Hare Krishna, dear devotees, I'd like to welcome you all to the UK. We're very fortunate today because we have association of a wonderful devotee of the Lord. For those who don't know him, his name is Chaitanya Chandra Das, Gurudev. He came all the way from Orissa, landed just this morning, and he'll be in the UK for 10 days speaking about the glories of the Lord. So we're very fortunate to have this association. It's very rare to have association like this, and if we do manage to get association of the Lord's devotees, we can amass huge bhakti shakti in our hearts, and with that bhakti shakti we're able to serve the Lord, and by serving the Lord we become very peaceful and blissful. So I'd like to personally welcome His Grace. If we could all shout very loudly 3 Hari Bols to welcome him, that would be very nice. Hari Bol! Hari Bol! Hari Bol! Hari Bol! Jai, Srila Prabhupada ki Jai, Srila Govindam Swami Maharaj ki Jai, Go Premanandi.
Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Kunda Vihari Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Kunda
जय राधा माधव की जय अम्बे पिता परमहंस परिव्राजक अभय चरणारविंद भक्त वेदांत स्वामी शील प्रभुपाद जी महाराज जय विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्राजक श्री भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती ठाकुर प्रभुपाद की अनंत कोटि वैष्णवृंद की नामाश्रयशील हरिदास ठाकुर की प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद की श्री राधा कृष्ण गोपीनाथ राधा कुंड श्याम कुंड गिरि गोवर्धन की वृंदावन धाम की मथुरा धाम की मायापुर धाम की जगन्नाथपुरी धाम की गंगा माई की जय, जमुना माई की जय, तुलसी देवी की जय, भक्ति देवी की जय, श्रीमती राधारणी की जय, हरिनाम संकीर्तन की जय, निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे। All Gurus Assembly, all Gurus Assembly, all Gurus Assembly, all Gurus Shri Guru Shri Guru. Om Jnana Timirandhasya Jnananjana Salakaya Chakranvitam Jena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Jena Bhutale Swayam Rupam Kadamayam Dadati Supadanti Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Guru Vaishnavansya Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sarvam Raghunathanitam Tam Sargi Sadaitam Savadutam Parijana Saitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padam Sahavanarita Sri Visakha Nitamsho. He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanto Radha Kanto Namaste Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamani Hari Priye Lancha Kalpatarubhasya Kripa Sindhu Devasya Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavibhyo Namo 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 Mahabhavanaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namni Gaura Krishna Namo Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Sivasadi Gaura Bhakta Shri Krishna
Chaitanya
Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Sivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Hare
Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Anandalila Vigrahaya Yamavadibla Chavisundaraaya Tasmai Mahaprema Rasapradaya Shri Chaitanya Chandraya Namo Namaste Shri Chaitanya Chandraya Namo Namaste Shri Chaitanya Chandraya Namo Namaste Hare Krishna. Thank you very much for giving us this opportunity to speak few words here. So, we have heard about the touchstone, but we don't know how many they have seen the touchstone. What touchstone does? The touchstone changes the steel to gold. So, that is called parasamani. Indian language we say parasamani. By sparsha, by touch, it turns steel to gold. Similarly, sadhu, they also changes the heart of the people, those who have so much very hard-hearted fellow. The sadhu changes them. Only by glancing, only by giving mercy, sadhu changes the heart of the very cruel devotees, cruel people, those whose heart is very hard. Even more harder than the steel. So therefore, the sadhu is also called parasamani, touchstone. By touching of sadhu, by associating with sadhu, one's heart becomes melted and he changes. So, in Chaitanya Charitamrita, we will find in Sanatana Siksha, which is there, that one very hard-hearted fellow was there. So, generally the people are under the clutches of Maya. Therefore, they do not know what is good and what is bad. Due to the bias influence, they do not understand this. But when they will come in contact with a sadhu, then they can understand what is good and what is bad, what they should do. So those who are very cruel, those who are very sinful persons, they can be changed by sadhu's mercy. So sadhu does so welfare to the jivas. In Sanatana Siksha, teaching to Sanatana Goswami, Mahaprabhu said about a hunter man named Mrugari. Mrugari Vyadha. So Vyadha means hunter man. So one time, the Premi Bhakta Narada Muni was wondering, he was going to Prayag Tirtha. But he went through a forest. He did not take the road which is leading to Prayag, but he went through a forest. And why he went through a forest, nobody knows. So when he was going through the forest, he saw one deer was shot by arrow, and his deer is not killed, half killed, and is getting so much pain. After some time, he saw another pig was shot by same type, by an arrow, and it's just suffering, not killed fully, half killed. Then after, again he went further, he saw one rabbit was having the same condition. So then he started thinking, so who is that fellow who is not killing these animals? Why this get them half killed? They are getting so much suffering. So sadhu, when he sees anyone is having suffering, actually sadhu becomes very merciful, compassionate. So when sadhu saw, Narada Muni saw this, then he was thinking, who is that man actually is trying to kill these animals? So So when he looked here and there, he saw one hunter man is standing backside of a tree and trying to shoot another deer. Then immediately Narada Muni came to him. Yeah. So when he saw Narada Muni, he could not shoot that deer. So he became angry because due to Narada Muni's presence, the deer left that place. So he asked Narada Muni, what do you want from me? Because sometimes so-called Babaji sannyasis, they used to put the tiger skin or deer skin. So he thought this sadhu has come to buy a tiger skin or deer skin. So he said, what do you want from me? Any tiger skin or deer skin? Narada Muni said, I don't want all these things. I just want to tell you one thing, why you are not killing fully these animals and keeping them half killed, for which they are suffering so much. Then that hunterman said, I am getting so much pleasure out of it. Then Narada Muni said, for your pleasure, these jivas, they are suffering so much. And you are committing offense. These sinful activities. And due to these sinful activities, you will have to suffer also. Then this hunterman said, why I will suffer? This is my duty. This is my profession. So if I will do my profession, then there is no sin, no offense. Then Narada Muni said, if you are thinking this is your profession and duty, but due to that, if you are giving pain to somebody else, then you will commit offense and you will get the reaction of sinful activities. Then you will suffer a lot. So better kill than fool. Then after seeing Narada Muni, Sadhu's heart little bit changed. Therefore, he wanted to listen from Narada Muni. This is the result of seeing a sadhu. গঙ্গার পরশ হইলে পশ্চাতে পাবন দর্শনে পবিত্র করো এ তোমার গুণ. This sadhu's quality. গঙ্গার পরশ হইলে পশ্চাতে পাবন. If you take bath in Ganga, if you get the touch of the Ganga's water, then you will be purified. But if you just see a sadhu, by only darshan, by only seeing a sadhu, you will be purified. So similarly, when Vyadha, this hunter man, saw this sadhu, Narada Muni, his heart started changing. So he was listening Narada Muni's katha, what Narada Muni was saying, and he was impressed by Narada Muni's this type of talk. So he said, you tell me how to get rid of this offense, how to get rid of these sinful reactions. The Narada Muni said, if you listen to me, then you will be get rid of all these offenses. Then Hunterman asked, what should I do? Narada Muni said, first of all, you break your this bow and put into the river. Then this hunterman hesitated. He said, no, I cannot do like that. Because I learned this hunting from my father, and this bow is giving me some earnings. So how can I throw this bow? How can I live without this bow? Because this is my only source of earning. Then Narada Muni said, don't think about your maintenance. That I will take care. But first of all, you throw this bow. You break this bow and throw. So, this hunterman may not put faith on Narada Muni's word. Therefore, Narada Muni showed a little opulence to that hunterman. What he did, by his yogic power, this which deer was half killed, he gave life to that deer, and that deer ran away. When this hunterman saw this, then he was amazed, totally astonished. Then he put full faith on Narada Muni's words. Then he asked what we should do. Now you do one thing, you and your wife, so give up these clothes and whatever belongings you are having, you just give up it. I will supply you some clothes, and put that cloth, then smear cow dung on your cottage, make it purified, then put a tulsi top and sit down there and chant the holy name of the Lord. Then this hunterman asked, how can we survive? Narada Muni said, don't think about that, don't worry about that. I will supply you. The supply will come to you, don't worry. So, since this hunterman put all faith on Narada Muni's word, so he did it. And when he sat down and started chanting, the local people, they were astonished. They saw this is a cruel hunterman, how he is changed now, how he is chanting, how he is doing seva puja, nicely. So they came with some bhoga. Narada Muni said to that hunterman, whatever will come to you, you just cook and put whatever you need, your wife needs, you just keep it for your family, and other surplus food stock, you just distribute to others. So, hunterman did that. And this, all the local people, they were more astonished. So every day they started coming and they started doing bhajan with that hunterman. So in this way, this hunterman became also a sadhu. Then another one time, Narada Muni wanted to come and see what that hunterman is doing. The hunterman's name is Mugari. What Mugari is doing, let me go and see. This is the duty of sadhu. If sadhu gives instruction to anyone, and he always wants to watch whether the disciple or the follower, they are following nicely or not. That is the duty of sadhu. So sadhu goes to different places for this purpose. To see the followers, they are following nicely or not. So Narada Muni also came to see that hunterman Murgari, what he is doing. Is he following nicely or not? And when he came with Parvata Muni, another sadhu, to that place. Then, from the distance, he saw that Murgari also saw from the distance that Narada Muni is coming, sadhu is coming. So he wanted to go and pay obeisances to them, but he was not able to do it because many ants were there. So he was wiping and cleaning the floor in order to pay Dandavat Pranam, because he was thinking that if I will pay Dandavat Pranam here, by my body pressure these ants will die. So Parvata Muni became astonished, saw that this hunterman Mugari, though he is seeing sadhu, though he is seeing his guru, but he is not paying obeisances. Then they came nearer to the hunterman and they saw what he is doing. Then finally Narada Muni became very happy, because this hunterman was so cruel that he was always shooting the animals and keeping them half killed and getting so much happiness by their suffering. Now he is so much changed. He is not able to tolerate the death of these ants, tiny ants. So this is the way the sadhu changes the heart of the general people. So Narada Muni Sangha, the association with Narada Muni, makes this Vyadhas, this Bulgari hunterman's heart very pure, clean. Guru Mukha Padma Vakyo Chitete Koriya Iko Ar Na Korivas Mane Asa. So Narada Muni became the guru of this Vyadha hunterman. So anyone will follow what Guru is saying without deliberating, without adding anything to that, then they will get the result. They will finally spiritually advance. If they will not follow what Guru is saying, what Sadhu Gurus are saying, then they cannot survive. In Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavan Krishna said, Ananna Sintatman Jejana Parjupasate Tesang Nityadi Yuktana Yogakhema Bahamya. I am there to take care of you if you are really engaged in my seva, my thought, always, without any deviation. So I will take care of you. I will supply you whatever is needed. I will protect whatever you are having. So this is Krishna's condition. If someone is thinking about Krishna, someone is engaged in Krishna's seva, so Krishna will supply everything. Everything will come to him. He need not be worried. Now, because this hunter man listened to Sadhu, Narada Muni, and engaged in Krishna's seva, so now he has everything. He followed totally Narada Muni, and now he is a sadhu, he is a pure devotee now. Therefore it is said that our heart is filled with all types of contaminations. Material contaminations are there. Cheto darpana marjanam, chitta. Cheto. From chitta this word cheto has come. Cheto darpana marjanam, bhavamaha darag nirbhapanam, sreya kairava chandrika vitanam, vidya vadhu jivanam. Anandam buddhivardhanam, patipadam, purnamuta swadam, sarvatma snapanam, param vijayate, Sri Krishna Sankirtanam. This is the first sloka, Sikkhaštakam sloka, given by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Cheto darpana marjanam. The Cheto darpana, this mirror-like heart, will be pleased by chanting the holy name of Lord. So, and by chanting, what will be happen? Shreya Kairava Chatrika Vitaranam. Cheta Udarpana Marjanam Ananda Buddhivardhanam. Shreya Kairava Chandrika. Shreya Kairava Chandrika. What is the meaning of Kairava Chandrika? The moonlight, moon ray. We will see by sunlight. The lotus flower is growing, blossoming. And by sunlight also, this lotus flower is drying up. But this moonlight, by moonlight, the lily flower, another type of lotus, it grows in the night time. And it remains in sunlight also. So similarly, this Cheta Darpana Marjanam, the Cheta Darpana will be cleansed, the mirror-like heart will be cleansed by chanting the holy name. Then this Kairava Chandrika Vitaram, the moon ray, moonlight, will give soothing effect to our heart. Our heart is contaminated, always burning due to this contamination. And it will be totally become cool only by chanting the holy name. Not only that, Ananda Ambudhi Vardhanam, it will increase the Ananda, the bliss, pleasure. Ananda Ambudhi Vardhanam. Ambudhi means ocean, sagar. Sarvatma Snapanam. Sarvatma Snapanam. All the Atmas, by our chanting others' Atmas, other souls will be also cleansed. So chanting of the holy name is so useful. Bhava Mahadavagni Vibhapam. Always our heart is burning. The hearts are burning due to so much desire. material desire. And if we will chant the holy name of the Lord, then this desire will go. This material desire will go. And when the material desires will go, then our heart will become very peaceful. And then we will be very, very blissful. So similarly here, by the instruction of Narada Muni, when this hunterman started chanting the holy name of the Lord, then his heart became very peaceful and blissful. So, the sadhus, sadhus are, how many types of sadhus are there? There are 3 types of sadhus. Sadhu Vaishnava, we say there are 3 types: Kanishtha, Madhyama and Uttama. The Kanishtha Bhakta, Madhyama Bhakta and Uttama. Again this Kanishtha, Madhyama, Uttama, there are 3 types. Kanishtha, Sat, Sattara, Sattama. True Kanishtha, more true and most true. Madhyam Bhakta, Mahat, Mahattara, Mahattam. Great, greater and greatest one. Uttam Bhakta, Mahabhagavat. There are 3 types. Kanishtha Mahabhagavat, Madhyam Mahabhagavat and Uttam Mahabhagavat. So, first one, Kanishtha Adhikari. Who is Kanishtha Adhikari? Which sadhu is Kanishtha Adhikari? Who has given up his bad association and without offense he has chanted only one time Krishna Nam. He is considered to be Kanishtha Adhikari. Eka Krishna Nam. And he used to worship the Lord Krishna with all faith. But he does not worship any Vaishnava sadhu. Just worship the deities, the Lord in deity form. He does not worship any Vaishnava or sadhu or bhakta. So, he is Kanishtha. So, any other superior sadhu bhakta, they will just love that Kanishtha Adhikari in their mind. By mind they will just love them.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
That's from Manu.
Okay, okay.
Hare Krishna.
Then the Madhyama one, who has already given up all types of bad association. He has no bad association at all. And without offense, he is chanting the holy name constantly. Constantly means one may not be able to chant the name, but always thinks about Krishna, always engaged in seva, somehow always he is engaged. He is Madhyamadikari. It's a Madhyamadikari, Nirantara Krishna Naam. Nirantara means constantly he chants Krishna Naam. And he has love for Krishna. He has prema. And he likes the other bhaktas, Bhakta Bhagavat. And he forgives all types of Baalisa, foolish person, those who do not understand anything, he forgives them. And those who are ignorant fellow, he shower mercy on them. And also, he does not associate with anyone who is having enmity, inimical towards any Vaishnava, Sadhu or Bhagavan Krishna. He avoid them. Then next is Uttamadikari, who is always engaged in thinking about the loving pastimes of Krishna. Leela, Krishna Leela. And sometimes he chants, sometimes he dances, sometimes he cries, sometimes he laughs, sometimes he rolls on the ground. So he is called Uttama Bhakta. So he can see Krishna, Bhagavan, in every object. So Uttama Bhakta, he sees Krishna in every object. But Madhyama Bhakta, he could not see Krishna or Bhagavan in every object. The gurus, those who are spiritual masters, gurus, though they are Uttama Bhakta, but they come down to Madhyam stage in order to give teaching to their disciples. So, that type of Uttama Bhaktas association is very rare. We can find this type of Uttama Bhakta very rare. Very few Uttama Bhaktas are there. They are Paramahamsas. So, if we will see them, then we should serve them. We should pay our respect and serve them. So, Srimad Bhagavatam, Bhakti Sandarbha, it is mentioned more detail about this. So, what is the relationship this Bhakta and Jiva is having? It is said, sei se param bandhu sei pitamata Sri Krishna charane jai prema bhakti data. That type of Bhakta gives Sri Krishna prema, the love of Krishna to us. Sei se param bandhu sei pitamata Sri Krishna charane jai prema bhakti data. He is our father, he is our mother, he is our friend, he is everything because he is giving Krishna prema to us, the love of Krishna. Tava nija jana parama bandhava e samsara karagare. It said, Tava nija jana parama bandhava e samsara karagare. in this samsara karagar. Samsara means this material world where we are living, this is samsara, and this is just like prison house. Taba nijajana parama bandhava. Bhagavan's nijajana, Bhagavan's own man. The sadhus are Bhagavan's own man. Tava nijajana parama bandhava. Very dear friend. A samsara karagare. In this material pigeon house, they are the real friends. The sadhus are the real friends. Madhuchet madhucharanruhan druhinam dina chetamam nishreyasaya bhagavan anyatha kalpate kuchit. Dasam skandha, 10th canto Bhagavatam, it is said. Nanda Maharaj is saying to Garga Muni, O Bhagavan, your appearance in this material world, you are a Mahajan, your appearance in this material world and you are going to different Griha Vrata's house. Dina Cheta Griha Vrata. Who are Griha Vrata? Those who have so much attachment for their family and household affairs, they are called Griha Vrata. So, you are going to Griha Vrata's house. Dina Cheta Griha Vrata. So, what you are doing there? You are doing welfare to those Griha Vratas. Otherwise, you don't have anything to do there. Nanda Maharaj saying to Garga Muni. When Garga Muni appeared before Nanda Maharaj said this thing. So when actually there will be sadhu sangha, and by that what type of result one gets, it is said, again it is said in Bhagavatam, Bhavapa vargo brahmato jadvavajanasya tarhi chutta moksamagamo satsangamo jaihi tadaiva sadgato paravaresha tui jayate ratihi. Mandhata Nandan Muchikunda. Mandhata, King Mandhata's son Muchikunda is saying, O Achyuta, the jivas when they are wandering in this samsara, when they develop some bhakti due to Sukriti, and when the bhavakhya time will come. Bhavakhya means the time will come when he will get rid of this bhava sansar, this material world. When that time will come, that time the jiva meets with a sadhu, sadhu sangha, sadhu's association. And that time he develops love for you. When one will meet with sadhu, he develops love for Krishna. That means sadhu's association brings Krishna prema, Krishna priti. So therefore, it is said, Bhaktistu Bhagavat Bhakta Sangena Parijayate Satsanga Praptate Pumbhi Sukrite Purva Sanchite. Sukriti Purva Samchitai. By Purva Sukriti, past Sukriti, one sees a sadhu, one gets darshan of a sadhu. And how that Sukriti comes? By the mercy of different devotees. When one gets mercy from different devotees, he gets some Sukriti, and by that Sukriti, he gets sadhu sangha, sadhu's association. And when he gets sadhu's association, that time he doesn't like to remain here in this material world long time. He wants to always go back home, back to Godhead. Prayana bhakti yogena satsangena vinosidva nopayo vidyate samyak prayanam hi satamaham. Bhagavan Krishna saying to Uddhava in Bhagavatam, because I am the supreme shelter of sadhus, therefore, due to this association with sadhu bhakta, when one develops bhakti yoga, he can get me. He can get rid of samsara and get me. There is no other way to get me. Therefore, we see sadhu sangha, Chaitanya Charitamrita saying, sadhu sangha, sarva shastra kava, labhamatra sadhu sange, sarva siddhi hai. If you little bit associate with sadhu, then we can get all perfection in our life. Sadhu sangha, sarva shastra kava. All the shastras are saying about sadhu sangha. So without sadhu sangha, one cannot get rid of this samsara. Again, in Bhagavatam, Bhagavan is saying to Uddhava, there are so many asat things are there. Asat, which is not sat, that is asat. Which is not true, that is untrue, is or asat. What is true? What is truth? Truth is Bhagavan Krishna, is the only truth. Bhagavan Krishna and Krishna Bhakta, they are only the truth, Satya. All are asat, asatya. So therefore he said, Krishna said to Uddhava, if someone will associate with Sat, then all types of asat will go away. Unless one will associate with the Sat, this asat thing will never go. Or we can say this, we cannot give up our material attachment unless we will associate with sadhu. If we will associate with sadhu, then our material attachment will go. If we will not associate with sadhu, our material attachment will never go. So if someone is practicing yoga and he is studying so much, he is practicing non-violence and he is doing many religious activities, studying Veda, doing tapasya, penance, many social welfare activities, giving charities, doing so many demigod worships and observing many vows, brata, going for pilgrimage, tirtha parjatana, and following pranayam, yoga, niyama, dharma, dhyana. So it cannot make one happy. But if someone will associate with sadhu, Even if he is not doing anything, only following what sadhu is saying, then he can become happy in this world. So therefore it is said in Bhagavatam, first canto, Tulayam labanayati sarano no na punar bhavam va bhagavat sangi sangasya matyanam kimuta asisya. So therefore Bhagavat Sangi Sangha, those who are having Sangha, association with Bhagavan, and we are associating with him, then a jiva can get all auspiciousness. Unlimited auspiciousness is there. So that time he will never like to go to heavenly planet, never want to have any type of liberation. Nothing is needed that time. So it cannot be compared with this liberation, mukti, mukhya, or going to heavenly planet. So what to speak about this material opulences, all this. So, therefore, if one has to get the peace and bliss in this lifetime, so he should give up asat sangha, bad association, and he should go for sadhu sangha. Tato dussanga dussujya satsu sajjata buddhima santa eva sachindanti manabhya sangha muktivi. दुस्संग कहिए कही तो आत्मवंचना कृष्ण कृष्ण भक्ति बिना अन्य काम. What is दुस्संग? What is the bad association? दुस्संग कहिए कहितव आत्मवंचना. This is दुस्संग. कहितव. कहितव means cheating religiosity. कहितव dharma. Those who are going for Kaitava dharma, those who are going for cheating religiosity. Dussanga, that is dussanga. If you will associate with them, that is dussanga. Those who are running for dharma, artha, kama, mukti. So, they are dussanga. Dussanga kaitava atmavanchana. If you are associating with them, then we are cheating ourselves. Krishna bhakti vina anya kama. So there is no Krishna bhakti. There is no Krishna bhakti. Other desire is there. If other desire is there, Krishna will not come to our mind. We will forget Krishna. If Krishna will come to our mind, then other things will go away, run away. Because that is only Maya. So when Krishna will come, Maya will run away. Maya cannot remain there. So दुस्संग कहिए कहितव आत्मवंचना कृष्ण भक्ति बिना अन्य काम. Without Krishna bhakti, without Krishna, we have other desire. Those who are having other desires than Krishna bhakti, they are dussanga. Therefore, we should not associate with them. If we will associate with them, then our life also will be doomed, finished. So therefore, we should always try to go for sadhu sangha. Sadhu sangha, sarva shastra kaya. Lada matra sadhu sangha sarva siddhi. So, I think this is, so many things are there. That what sadhu is doing? It is said, Shreya madhye kon shreya jiver hoy sar Krishna Bhakta Sangha Vina Shreya Nahi Ahar. This Mahaprabhu question to Rai Ramananda, and Rai Ramananda is giving answer to Mahaprabhu. Shreya madhye kon shreya jiver hoy sar? What is the shreya? For the jiva, what is the shreya? Shreya means ultimate benefit of life. What is the ultimate benefit of life? Mahaprabhu asking to Rai Ramananda. Rai Ramananda is saying, Krishna Bhakta Sangha Vina Shreya Nahi Ahar. Only Krishna Bhakta Sangha. That is the Shreya. That is our ultimate benefit of life. If we will associate with Krishna Bhakta. So therefore, we should try to associate with Krishna Bhakta. And what Krishna Bhakta are doing? Dadati pratigunahati guhyam akhyati puchyati bhunte bhojayate chaiva sarvida priti lakkhanam. So this is the priti lakkhanam, priti symptom, loving symptom. If you will go to a bhakta, Krishna bhakta, then this type of symptom will be developed. Priti lakshana will be developed. Dadati pratigunahati. Whatever he will give to us, we should accept happily. And we should also offer to him with happiness. Dadati pratigunahati guhyam akhyati puchyati. Guhyam, anything with confidential. We cannot speak to anyone. Guhyam akhyati puchyati. We can inquire from sadhu, bhakta. We can speak to sadhu bhakta. Whatever we cannot speak to others. And whatever confidential instruction sadhu is giving, we should accept it. Then bhukte bhojayate chaiva sadavida priti lakkhanam. Bhukte bhojayate chaiva. Whatever sadhu is giving to take as prasad, we should take it happily. And we should also feed sadhu, we should also give prasad to sadhu with happiness. So this sloka, my Gurudev, he uttered this sloka one time. My Gurudev was earlier time taking prasadam only one time a day. That is about 1:30, 2 o'clock after Madhyana offering, noon offering. He was taking prasadam. He was not taking at all. In the night time only he was drinking some juice, that's all. So one time, our Godmother, Patit Pavan Prabhu, he invited Gurudev to his place where he was staying. It was Balasore area, Soro area. He was staying that time. And he invited Gurudev, also some devotees, also I also went there. So Gurudev arrived there about 5 o'clock evening. So he prepared so many items for Gurudev. Then I asked him, why you prepared this so many items for Gurudev? Gurudev does not take in the evening anything. Then he said, if he will not take, at least he will glance. Okay. Then Gurudev came. After Gurudev came, then feet washing and some Arati Puja, Guru Puja. Then after Guru Puja, he requested Gurudev to take prasad in his house. Gurudev said, bring. I was totally astonished. How Gurudev will take now so many items, and evening time, generally evening time, in the night time, 9 o'clock, 9:30 he takes a cup of juice, and it is not full cup, half cup, even. So now he said, bring, what it is. Then Gurudev took prasad. He took nicely. After he finished prasad, then I asked Gurudev, Gurudev, he generally don't take in the night time, evening time. Are Baba, this is Dadati Pati Gunyahati. Then he said to me about this so-called, this Priti Lakshana. Out of Priti, out of love, he gave me. So I also took. So after that, another one time, Gurudev came to Balaswar, our house. So he was supposed to come night time, but he came at about 5 o'clock evening. I did not know that he will come so early. In our home there is small temple is there, deities are there. My father used to worship, and he offered that time fruit prasadam. So immediately what I can give, and I know Gurudev doesn't take night time, so immediately I took that prasad, fruit prasad to Gurudev. Gurudev said, what is this? I said, this is prasad. No, you know we don't take prasad. Evening time we don't take prasad. I said, that day you took. Why you not take here? Okay, bring. Then we took. So this is a Tadati Pati Gunyahati. Out of love, if you give to sadhu something, sadhu takes it. And whatever sadhu is giving to us, we should also take happily. So this is a association with sadhu. Sadhu association is very nice. It changes our heart, it changes our situation. Everything will be changed if you just go for sadhu association. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. Any question there?
Guru Maharaj, you mentioned these different stages of how you say, advancement in devotional service, Kanishta, Madhyama, and Uttama. And you mentioned that Kanishta has chanted once offenselessly. So, and Madhyama is chanting constantly, Nirantara. So I could understand that in the case of Madhyama Bhakta, this is pure name, means Shuddhanam, because you said he has prem. But in case of Kanishta, because sometimes offenseless name means Namabhas. So what type of name is meant? Is he has chanted pure name once, or he has chanted Namabhas?
Yes, pure name.
Pure name.
Yeah, one time pure name.
So Kanishta is very rare.
Yes,
Who is Kanishta?
yes. What to speak about the Madhyama?
Yeah. Because what is the symptom of pure name chanting? So we would not have any illusion that we are Kanishtas. Can you please describe?
Pure name chanting means without committing any offense. If someone is not committing any offense and chanting the holy name, that will become pure name. If offense is there, that cannot be pure name.
But Namabhas is also said to be offenseless. But it yet is not yet...
That is, Namabha stage means the abhas. Abhas means this shadow. Some shadow is there, but it is not pure name. Before sunrise, when the morning comes, the time darkness goes. That means it's approaching. The pure name, now pure name is coming. One is coming to chant pure name always, so that he will develop love for Krishna.
But when it should be quick period of time, this Namabhas chanting should not be long, because sunrise is also not long
No,
before the sun
no.
comes. But how come it
If
is?
one is having always namabhas, that means very soon he will have pure name.
So mostly means we have in mostly Namaparad and maybe sometimes little bit Namabhas.
Little bit, yeah.
So it's not constant. That's
Yes.
Ramarsh, you said about having a good association and not having bad association. So if we have bad association, then is the fault with us if we're having bad association? Like sometimes we have bad association even in our family. You think, oh, my husband or my wife is not a devotee, or my children are not. So we have bad association very close to us. Is that's our fault? Maybe we're not sincere?
We should not have deep relationship with them. If they are not Krishna Bhakta, we should not have any deep relationship with them. One time I asked this question to Gurudev, and Gurudev said that we have so many pet animals in our house. We are taking care of them, feeding them and taking care of them. Similarly, if someone in our family is not Krishna conscious, then we should take care, but we don't have any deep relationship with them. If you have deep relationship with them, then that will be bad association. Just like duty, we are doing something of that. And they cannot influence us.
Guru Maharaj, you said about the association. If the person in the family you give up, then how can you help them to realize that Krishna is the ultimate goal, even though they in ignorance do not want to listen to you? Do you give up, or do you keep on trying to give
No,
them Buddha's?
we should try. We should try our best to just teach them about Krishna, about Bhakta, Guru. But if he is not listening, so we cannot always try to be with them. That means we may be influenced by them. So we should be careful also.
Gurudev, can there ever be any inauspicious result from sadhu sangha?
Huh?
Can there ever be any inauspicious result through sadhu sangha?
Sadhu Sangha, how it will be inauspicious?
Example, I was thinking, if someone's very offensive to sadhu, does ultimately he still get a benefit, or?
If someone will be offensive to sadhu, still sadhu is very merciful. Even if someone is very offensive to sadhu, sadhu is merciful, and he showered mercy. He showers mercy on him. He always tries to make him good. But sadhu does not take it so much. You can see Ratnakar, the murder of Ratnakar. Narada Muni chained Ratnakar to sadhu. But Ratnakar wanted to kill Narada Muni. Sadhu is very compassionate.
Hare Krishna. Thank you very much, Maharaj, for the class. There's so many wonderful stories about Narada Muni, of how he changes and converts many fallen souls into pure devotees. But within the Vedic calendar, there's no particular day where we actually celebrate Narada Muni's appearance day or any auspicious day, because in the Bhagavatam which we read, there's so many wonderful pastimes with Narada Muni.
There are so many sadhus.
Yeah.
We don't have anything about them. We just recent sadhus, like acharyas, we celebrate there. Narada Muni is very old age. Means Satya, Dwapara, Treta, this time Narada Muni was there. In Kali Yuga, Narada Muni, nobody could get association of Narada Muni in this age of Kali.
Yeah.
So therefore, in the age of Kali, after Mahaprabhu came, those who came here as sadhu, we celebrate their appearance day, disappearance day. Some of them we celebrate.
Any more questions?
Guru Maharaj, sometimes we do seva for a sadhu. And sometimes we do seva for a sadhu. We may cook something for them, and they accept it out of their causeless mercy. But they accept it, but still maybe this is also doing some harm to the sadhu, because maybe the body is not. I mean, when it's late night, for example, and we cook something, and this can also give some harm to the sadhu.
When we are serving a sadhu, we should always think that I am serving a sadhu who is Krishna Bhakta. He should not be hurt, or she should not get upset by my seva. This type of thought must be there when we are serving a sadhu. That means before serving sadhu, we should pray to Krishna. Oh Krishna, I am trying to serve your dear devotee. Please give me Shakti so that I can serve nicely to sadhu. Similarly, when we are serving to Krishna, we should pray to sadhu. Oh sadhu, oh dear devotee of Krishna, you shower mercy on us so that we can serve Krishna nicely. This mentality one should serve sadhu.
So this means when we pray and then we are inspired to, for example, cook something, then we can think, yes, okay, it's okay when we are doing this. When we are praying, and then we feel like, yes, I'm inspired, and we feel some love is coming, and then we cook something, then we can say, okay, this means it is okay to serve in this way to a sadhu.
Yeah, you pray before you are doing something, you should pray.
And then when we feel, okay, maybe it's not good, after praying, then we feel, no, it's maybe not good, then we should leave. And when after praying, we think we are feeling inspired, then we should do it. No, not this way.
Why you will cook for sadhu?
Because I want to please him.
That means what? That inspiration is there already.
Yes.
You want to please sadhu, therefore you are cooking. That means some inspiration is there. So only prayer is needed. That's all.
And when we pray and we get the Shakti, then it's anyway okay.
Yeah, it will please sadhu. Even if you have not put salt, it will please sadhu.
Sorry, just on that point about when you're cooking for sadhu, like, I was thinking sometimes, okay, I have to, for example, I have to cook something for this sadhu, and the sadhu is like old, and so I'm just in the mind, in the material mind that I have, I'm thinking, I shouldn't cook this or I shouldn't cook that because this is not healthy, I should cook something healthy. And then my mind is like becoming a bit, like mental. I'm thinking, but I shouldn't think about all these healthy things because this is sadhu. If he has he's transcendental, so you can give him, that you give an old sadhu like paneer and oil and chapati late at night because he's a sadhu, he's prasadam, or is it okay to think, okay, I'm going to cook for him this thing because maybe he has diabetes, so I'll get some special, is it okay to think with this mentality? Is that clear? Question?
Yeah, if you are thinking that this I will cook because sadhu will take this thing, sadhu wants this thing, or I want to please sadhu with this food, then you do. It's no problem.
No problem, yeah.
Sadhu can take everything. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Our Gurudev was given for 1 month only chapati, dalma and rice. He was taking, he was not complaining, I was not saying anything. Okay.
Thank you very much, Gurudev, for a wonderful association. We have prasadam, which is going to be served next door, but before we do, we have some prasad that Marajas will be giving out. If you'd like to, we'll come forward. Just do kirtan for 5 minutes while he gives out prasadam.
Two birthdays. Aniruddha as well. Aniruddha.
Hare Krishna everybody, can I just request everybody just to sit down for a minute? We have 2 very special birthdays today. One of them is Guru Prem Das. Where are you, Guru Prem? So his name is Guru Prem, and we won't say how old he is. He's young at heart, he's a wonderful member of our family, and so if you'd like to come forward and cut the cake on your special day and receive blessings as well. And there's Aniruddha as well. Aniruddha? Aniruddha? Okay, after 3. 1, 2, 3. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Guru Prem.
Happy birthday to you.
Hare Krishna to you. Hare Krishna to you. Hare Krishna, dear Guru Prem.
Hare Krishna to you.
Sorry.
Just cut it through.
Come.
Ladies first.
Ladies first. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Gopala Jaya Jaya Radha Ramana Hare Govinda Jaya Jaya Radha Ramana Hare Govinda Jaya Jaya Govinda 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 Gopala 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 Govinda Gopala Govinda Gopala Govinda Gopala Govinda Gopala Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Jaya Gauranitai 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 Jaya Gauranitai Jaya Gauranitai